You need experience to get a job, but you need a job to gain experience, so why do entry-level positions demand 3 to 5 years of experience? In the world of online job applications, companies are swamped with candidates. In fact, on average there's 250 applicants for each corporate opening. Businesses need a way to filter out some of them and be left with the best candidates. The simplest solution: businesses started heaping on requirements to their job ads. At first, it seemed logical, only experienced candidates would remain. These candidates probably had advanced degrees, superior skills, and relevant experience. But this practice snowballed. Companies began out-requiring each other. Imagine you're hiring an engineer. You check other job postings for ideas. If you ask for less requirements than your competitors, then you risk attracting the worst of the candidates. So, you copy competitors but throw in a few more requirements to get the very best. Hence, companies started asking for master's degrees instead of bachelor's degrees. Instead of having no experience, you now needed 3 to 5 years experience. Instead of being unsubscribed to Wisdom Wave, you now need to be subscribed. Well, maybe not that last one. But it has turned into a vicious cycle of out-requiring your competitors. This approach brings numerous issues for both job seekers and companies searching for new talent. In fact, 76% of hiring managers stated attracting the right candidates is their greatest challenge. Now that we've explored the reasons behind the increased experience expectations, here's the problem for hiring companies. Many companies overlook the fact that the most seasoned candidates for these roles have spent years in the field. Why do you think these candidates haven't moved into more senior positions? Often, their performance isn't exceptional, and they keep job hopping to avoid their poor work quality catching up with them. A recent study by Insight unveiled that overqualified candidates didn't outshine the control group. Overcomplicated hiring processes are in place to refine candidate selection, but these also come at a cost. Job postings on platforms like Indeed, LinkedIn, and Glassdoor can accumulate high daily expenses. Extensive interviews consume HR, hiring managers, and third-party recruiters' paid hours. Recruiters, working on commissions, tend to charge higher fees for companies with multiple interview rounds. Despite the drawbacks, some managers still persist due to the volume of applications today on platforms like Indeed with 300 million monthly users, and LinkedIn with over 900 million users across 200 countries. Online job boards enable applicants to easily apply to numerous positions daily. But what about the impact on the job seekers themselves? They essentially face two choices. They can opt not to apply for these entry-level positions if they lack the stated experience, but this results in them struggling to find any job at all. Alternatively, they can apply for these positions. However, most individuals will believe their chances of securing an interview, let alone the job, are low, prompting them to cast a wide net and apply for multiple positions in their field rather than just the select few they truly desire. This further increases the number of applicants for each position, forcing companies to devise new strategies to reduce this pool. Applicants know they increase their job offer chances with more applications sent. It's a never-ending loop. Job seekers now have a higher probability of landing a job they are less passionate about. This diminished enthusiasm, work ethic, and innovation will ultimately harm the company in the long run. Another critical point is that sheer experience doesn't necessarily equate to a job seeker's ability. What truly matters is the nature of their experience during those years. If an applicant has just 1 year of experience but was engaged in highly relevant work for the new position, they could be considerably more valuable to the company than someone with 5 years of experience working on unrelated projects. It's essential to remember that assessing ability should be tailored to the specific applicant. It's important to remember that large companies have job postings online constantly even if they don't have specific jobs available. This lets them know what the application rate is and how much demand there is. They can gather CVs, and when they do have a job available in 6 months or a year's time, they can reach out to all these. So, here's the scoop. The truth is, you often don't need the demanded 3 to 5 years of experience for entry-level positions. Companies themselves don't even expect you to have it. Their aim is to apply a categorical filter of sorts, hoping it correlates with job performance. Here's the deal: if you spot a job that tickles your fancy, go ahead and apply, regardless of the experience required. The worst-case scenario is the company says no. At this point, it's somewhat of a numbers game, and a few will extend interview invitations. During these interviews, you get to flaunt your skills and genuine relevant experience, proving why you're the right fit for the job. Keep in mind that soft skills, enthusiasm, and interesting responses to experience-related queries can far outweigh any absence of direct experience. Now that you know more about the experience required for entry-level positions, be sure to check out this video on the dangers of overeducation to see if you fall into this trap.